Hello, everyone. This is Independent Conservative. I am Ryan Bolin. Thank you all for joining me once again. So, pop sensation Lizzo is basically celebrating pro-Hamas activists. And why is she celebrating them? Because they are helping her to get out of her state of depression. What is her state of depression caused by? Well, accordingly, it's caused by all the allegations and lawsuits being initiated against her for allegedly sexual harassment and abuse and so forth with some of her dancers. Yeah, and so she's basically thankful for these pro-Hamas activists for helping her to get out of her depression. Now, let's get right into this article. It's very short. I'm going to read through this article, and we're going to find out what exactly her argument is all about before I even pass a judgment on her. Needless to say, I've already read the article ahead of time, but at the same time, I want you guys to hear what she has to say. And then we're going to get right into this. But once again, this is no surprise to me because more and more of these celebrities are becoming unhinged in the things that they are pushing. They're becoming more and more unhinged, and it is no surprise to me. But the article starts off, pop star Lizzo posted a video on Instagram on Tuesday thanking pro-Palestinian activists around the country for pulling her out of, quote, a deep, dark depression in the wake of a sexual harassment scandal that derailed her career. As Breitbart News has reported, Lizzo was sued last by 3 former backup dancers who accused her of creating a hostile work environment. They also accused her of sexual harassment as well as racial and religious discrimination. The Grammy Award winner has struggled to push back, both in court and in the realm of public opinion, but the encampments that have popped up on college campuses have inspired her to emerge from her mental health and crisis and episodes, she said. So everybody having mental health problems, right? Although that is a real phenomenon, but I may talk about that a little later. Lizzo issued, quote, a personal thank you to all the activists who have been working tirelessly to help the liberation and the freedom of the people who have been genocided all over the world, specifically Palestine, Sudan, and the Congo. She specifically thanked the, quote, anti-genocide, anti-war protests that have been happening at college campuses. Lizzo did not mention the terrorism of Hamas or the plight of the Israeli hostages. Of course she didn't. Many kidnapped from a music festival. Nor did she acknowledge the genocide and anti-Semitic rhetoric common at many of the protest encampments. It is not clear what connected Lizzo to the pro-Palestinian protests, though a video of so-called frat boy hecklers mocking a black protester using racial slurs and referred to her as Lizzo went viral several weeks ago. End of article. I have no clue about that. Don't care. I'm so tired of that nonsense. People getting all upset and iffy and giddy over just something someone says. Well, that's what I wanted to talk on just a few minutes about the fact that what is the connection between her depression over these allegations of sexual harassment and racial discrimination and religious discrimination and so forth. What is the connection with her plight of depression and these pro-Palestinian / Hamas activists and protests going on all over the country and college campuses all over the country? It's like, what is the connection? How is that helping her to become less depressed? I just don't understand it. But I just want to speak a little bit on the idea of how that these celebrities, especially these leftist celebrities, mainly, if not only these leftist celebrities, are just becoming so unhinged. It is absolutely unbelievable. I think Robert De Niro, one of my favorite actors of all time, and arguably one of the greatest actors in American history, is constantly going on these tirades about Trump and how he's this and how he's that. And I can't help but wonder that before Trump decided to become the president and run as a Republican president, what was he saying about him then? Was he talking about him then? Was he putting him down then? Was he hating on him then? I mean, what was the deal? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. So I just wanted to say something about that, because if you guys have some kind of information on why Lizzo here is all rah, rah, rah and feeling good about these pro Palestine protesters helping to lift her up out of her state of depression, then you let me know, because this is simply insane to me. But once again, it is not a surprise. There seems to be some kind of connection, the way I see it, between insanity and the far left. It just seems like the far left just does not have the mental capacity to think on any level of rationality at all. It just amazes me. But then again, let me take that back. I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't really amaze me. It doesn't amaze me, because when you get rid of all logic and when you get rid of all common sense, the natural outcome of that is insanity. So what as the article says, she fails to mention the fact that the Hamas is a terrorist group, a brutal terrorist group. In fact, one particular Jewish scholar looked up the word Hamas, and I listened to the interview, and he said the word actually can be traced to the word death. It means death. And so these people out here who are more than likely highly paid activists are out here rah-ing for Hamas and the things that they're doing. I mean, it's like they have no idea. They're useful idiots. How many times have I said that? How many times have others said that? They're merely useful idiots. But it does no good talking to them. I wouldn't even sit up and waste my time talking to a pro-Hamas activist. Why would I waste my time? You know, that's why I kind of slowed down with some of these videos, because what's the point? You know, people are not going to listen. I do what I do when I can, and then that's it. I move on. Lizzo, Lizzie, Luzu, however way you want to pronounce her name, she's insane in the brain. Period. Bottom line. Period. Bottom line. How's that to make it help you to deal with your depression? Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. But that's what I had to say. And not a whole lot else to say, because what else what more can you say about that? What more can you say about someone who promotes unhealthy lifestyles, and she does? Being overweight is unhealthy. I don't care what people say. Okay? It's unhealthy. She promotes that. She encourages it. It ain't about no loving yourself and all that. No. You can love yourself and be healthy. And if you love yourself, you're going to do things that are conducive to trying to help yourself, especially if you're having heart attacks and high blood pressure and all this. Man, shut up with all that nonsense. I'm sick of hearing that. And I'm tired of holding back on it. It's unhealthy. She's a bad example. Okay, period, bottom line. And I pray that things get better for her, but she's a bad example. And it makes sense to me now. Let me sum the video up in this way. It makes sense to me now, okay, that she would say that these pro-Hamas activists are helping her to deal with her depression. It makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense, because she represents that group. So, I mean, why not? What makes sense, all sensible things have been turned upside down. So, yeah, it makes sense. But that's what I had to say about it. What do you guys think about it? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all. See you again.